Good
There we
morning, good
go.
evening. Yeah, good afternoon.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi, everyone. This is our Dandelion Reflections podcast. Christopher, my co host, and myself are thrilled to welcome a very special guest today. I'm going to introduce Dr. Karina Poliquin. So, welcome, everyone. This is a podcast on resilience. I'm going to read something beautiful about Dr. Poliquin who I had the honor to meet recently. So Dr. Karina Poliquin is a Canadian pediatrician, speaker, and thought leader specializing in giftedness and high intellectual potential. This is what we're going to talk about today. Based in Quebec City, she is recognized for her expertise within the scientific community studying gifted individuals and cognitive exceptionalities. Well, I had to pause for that word. It's beautiful. Belonging to approximately 0.3% of the population, Dr. Karina Poliquin has a very high intellectual potential, VHIP, that's the acronym, profile as well, and a trait that profoundly shapes both her professional work and her personal trajectory. This cognitive profile is often associated with heightened creativity, rapid information processing, intense curiosity, emotional depth, and an exceptional level of energy. Qualities that explain why she's frequently described as being everywhere at once. And I can attest to that. I've seen it with
Uh-huh.
my own eyes.
You can testify.
I can, right. On this podcast, Dr. Poliquin offers a rare dual perspective: the lived experience of giftedness and the scientific and clinical understanding of it. Her work bridges medicine, neuroscience, psychology, and social awareness. She contributes to research groups focused on giftedness in Quebec, while also translating complex scientific concepts into accessible language for the general public. Her mission is to demystify giftedness, not as a label of performance, but as a neurocognitive functioning with unique strengths, vulnerabilities, and societal implications. Dr. Poliquin is also a frequent media contributor and public speaker, known for her ability to connect rigor, authenticity, and high emotional intelligence. Through her talks and appearances, she advocates for better recognition of gifted individuals across all ages, emphasizing mental health, identity, and sustainable success. This podcast is not only an introduction to Dr. Poliquin, it is an invitation to explore giftedness as a human condition, far beyond stereotypes, through science, experience, and truth. Welcome,
Yay.
Dr. Poliquin, and please
W-
join me in welcoming her. I'm very
Yeah,
privileged.
welcome, Karina. Nice to have you here. Wonderful.
Thanks. I'm really happy to be with you today. I've been looking forward to talk back with Caroline because we had a blast in south of France in September. So I'm really glad to be here today, and I'm looking forward to have this speak with you about giftedness, which is my field of expertise.
Right. So, we humans, Karina, we love to put everything in boxes and categories, and uh, so from what I understood from the introduction, this box about giftedness can be anything and everything at the same time, or let's say a whole lot. So, and wonderfully, we now got some kind of understanding of it. But then there's the individual picture that each person that fits into this category feels themselves belonging to or not belonging to, and there's a whole lot of challenges in that too. Okay, well, I don't want to make this too long, but where where do you when did you feel yourself belonging to this group, both belonging to the group, and when did you feel that you want to help for a better understanding, if that made any sense what I just said?
Yeah, actually, it made sense, Chris.
Wonderful.
Well, I just want to let you know that first of all, I'm a pediatrician and I advocate for diversity. I advocate to the fact that there's as many boxes in the world, as many human as there is in the world. So
Yay.
if like there's no boxes that can fit a lot of person, everybody is different, okay?
Hmm.
So this is the main point, the key point that I want you to remember is that I'm not for boxes. The only thing that I'm for boxes is that could help having services. So if you have ADHD, if you have autism spectrum, if you have giftedness, we can put you in a box to have some services because we in a perfect world, in a utopic world, we could have some people that are working in school in the work field with the adaptability, the fact that we can adapt the life for every person in the world. But this is not possible. This is way too utopic, and that could like it would be too difficult. But well, what I find okay to put some stamp, put some stickers on people, is that it can yield to services. But still, that being said, all about giftedness, I started to feel abnormal as a person as young as I can remember. I felt really always being too much, always being loud, being like not understood, like being very like as a I remember I was like maybe 5 years old and I felt like, oh, people are not stupid because I don't want to say that, but people are slow.
Hmm.
So I was like, am I normal? Why am I speaking that fast? Why am I speaking? And now it's not my mother tongue, but in French I speak really, really fast. But still, yeah. I felt like really outside the box as young as I can remember. And I was the one that was helping me a lot was my grandmother because she was really, really smart. She was way before her age. She was born in 1931 and she introduced the electricity in her village. She introduced the postal in her village as well, and she was at 15 years old because she stepped a lot of classes. At 15 years old, she was a professor. She was a teacher for young age. So she was really really smart. She was speaking three language: Spanish, English, and French. While she was in the 1960s, while she was living in a village. So she was really one of a kind, and she stimulated me a lot. Like she made me read the dictionary. So I read the whole dictionary once in my life. It took me a bunch of time, but still, I read the whole dictionary while I was 8 years old. She made me draw all the flags of the country in the world, so I know all the country. And she made me learn Spanish as well. While I was 8 years old, I was speaking fluently English, French, and Spanish. So she was really there for me, and I had really really great teacher. Because the principal officer wanted me to step classes, step degree, but I wanted to stay with my friends, and I didn't want to be really really young at university. So I decided to stay in my classes, stay in my degree. But what they were doing is that I had some enrichment activity book. So I was a really a math nerd, totally a bookworm as well. So they were like, okay, now you're done with what you're supposed to do. Okay, let's give you more. And what was really fun is that in I don't know if you have it in the States, but in Canada, we have some day that are off school, usually on Friday, for the professor to have some correction and have some time to prepare their weeks. So while it was at that time. I was there with the teacher. I was correcting all the exam of the other people from my class, because they say, okay, this is your copy, so take your copy as the frame for the correction, because I know that you have 100%. So it was fun. It's quite anecdotal, but it was me during elementary school. After while I was in high school, it was really nice. I had really a lot of friends. I was popular. I had a great, really, really great life. And after high school, we have college, but college for 2 years. So I decided to organize myself and prepare myself to do some application for med school. So I've been in med school afterwards. I've been selected to join the med school program, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So and my mother had another child, my half sister, stepsister, and I
Absolutely.
was half sister, yeah. And I was there at the delivery, the end of the pregnancy of my mother, and I was like, this is the sweetest and the most amazing thing on earth, giving life. So I decided I want to be part of this in my life. So
Wow.
I decided to become a doctor during that day while Laurie was born. So,
Mhm.
and we say hello to Laurie. She's my little sister. She's
Totally.
amazing. I have two sisters, Naomi and Laurie. I love them so much. So, yeah, that's because of that day that I decided to become a doctor. After my doctor degree, my PhD, I did a fellowship in pedagogy and medical pedagogy. I did at Montreal University a certificate, and then another certificate in higher education at Harvard Business School, and then a certificate in artificial intelligence and health technologies at Harvard Medical School. So I did that. It was during my higher education degree was during the pandemic, and I'm just done with my AI program on December 20, and my end of semester project got selected for one of the best projects. So I was really proud.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, this is kind of my pedigree, my curriculum vitae. So that's just me. But like, I had a great life. Life was easy, and it's all about giftedness. But like, it was easy for an amount of time, but I felt lonely. Like, now I surrounded myself with people that are smarter, even smarter than me. Like, people are like, my friends are really smart. And what I want you to know, it's also a key point, is that you are the summary of the 5 up to the 10% that are closer to you. It's well renowned, it's scientifically renowned. My friends are smart enough or smarter than me in different fields. So yeah, I'm really glad now that I surrounded myself with people like that. But especially during college years, I felt lonely and I felt jealousy. It's you're at the age like you're 17, 18, and people are like teenager are doing a lot of comparison. They are like, am I good enough? Am I thin enough? Am I smart enough? Am I having enough stuff? Am I wearing things great? And I was everywhere. I had great grades. I had great money because I was working a lot. I was having like really a blast, but I felt lonely, and I felt like that people weren't understanding me. So it was hard. And what I was my brain was working really, really, really fast, and I was like, no, there's something odds. I wanna understand myself more. And in 2022, during the pandemic, pediatricians were quite on vacation because kids weren't that sick from COVID. So I decided to go to see a neuropsychologist. And it was really a lot of fun because she made me do a lot of tests. I felt like I was in a TV show. And she diagnoses me with hyperthymic. I don't know if it's the right thing in English, but like really, really high energy, very, very high profile. Also megalomaniac, like having a lot of project and big, big, big project, and also giftedness. So yeah, I was not the giftedness. It is described as IQ of more than 130. Very high potential is higher than 160. Einstein is 193 or 97, something like that. And I'm friend with Einstein.
You're friend with Einstein?
Totally.
That's really
Like
cool.
I
Wow.
don't wanna tell my IQ my IQ because it's quite confidential, and my neuropsychologist told me so, but she said I'm not supposed to tell you the grade, but she told me like, okay, you're one of a kind. In with all those diagnoses and the fact that I'm gifted, she recommended me a lot of books, which I all read, and it was really transforming for me. So like I was like, okay, now I know. And she recommended me to start my profile on LinkedIn, and I discovered a lot of people that are way smarter than me. So it was really a lot of fun. And now I have my wolf pack. Now it's good. And
Good.
now I'm discovering myself way and way much more, and I'm optimizing myself, and I'm optimizing other people as well, because I decided to join the scientific committee of giftedness in Quebec. So I'm the only doctor on that committee. Committee. That's what the yeah comedy. So I'm on that comedy, the giftedness comedy, the scientific program. So I'm improving life. Like what I do in life sometimes is that I'm starting my business that is called Tout simplement enfant. In English, it's called Let's Kid Be Kids. So it's all about optimizing every person on earth. Like what are your strengths? What are your flaws? What are the things that are more difficult for you, and we can optimize your strength, and now you can become a better human. So that's part of my plan for the next years to structure a little bit more that company. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yes, there's a
There,
lot there, huh?
A lot.
1,000 balls in
Good
the air,
stuff.
right? And juggling there. Wow. Impressive.
Yes, this is absolutely captivating to hear you, Karina, talk about your journey. You touched upon so many important topics that will really appeal to our audience, because really it's basically about how to channel this giftedness, right? And you're doing it. You're giving us examples. And the path you described, I've heard that too, like the dictionary. I think it should be a sign. If a parent gives a dictionary to a child, maybe it's because they're so high energy, like you said, hyperthymic, having a lot of ideas, thinking fast, thinking the world is slow, to keep them occupied, to channel all that creative, intellectual energy. So I feel like some people might identify, even though they might not have the full picture, but that can help a lot of people, even those who are not necessarily in that category of high giftedness, right? I think you have a message that can be helpful for a lot of people, and how to
So
expand our own abilities, because everyone has gifts, abilities, and we can all make this world a better place. So I think you are kind of a trailblazer, is that what we say? Or a leader in that field that can help so many people.
yeah, because like knowing that I'm gifted helped me a lot to understand myself and become a good human. Um, what for the audience, as I talked a bit about myself, but I can talk to you about how to discover or how to recognize giftedness, because there's 10 key points that can be so I can follow with that, so I can tell you the 10 key point of how to recognize yourself in giftedness. But what I want to say as well is that everybody is gifted in a field. You need to know that field and recognize and optimize that field. But we are all 10 steps away from being gifted in something. We just need to keep on practicing and practicing and practicing. Keep up the good work. Sometimes giftedness is easier to some people, but still, if you believe in yourself and if you find the right field, example like Michael Phelps, he was born for swimming. Example, Simon Biles was born for gymnastic. You can have like Einstein was born for physics and for you can have like Mark Zuckerberg was born for social media and IT. Like people, like there's a lot. Michael Jordan in basketball. Like I just want to let you know that giftedness is not only being good at sport. Mozart, Beethoven were good at piano. They were gifted in piano. So yeah, see, it's and Mahatma Gandhi was good at developmental skills. So okay, so let's go. I have it for you. So, 10 common criteria of intellectual giftedness. Advanced cognitive abilities. So, exceptional capacity for reasoning, abstraction, and understanding complex concepts earlier than peers. Number 2, rapid learning and deep understanding. Learns quickly, often with fewer repetition, and seek to understand the why, not just the how. Number 3, intense curiosity and questioning. Ask frequent, deep, and sometimes unconventional questions. Strong desire to explore ideas independently. Number 4, high sensitivity. And I'm very sensitive, emotionally and sensory. Heightened emotional awareness, empathy, moral sensitivity, and or sensory responsiveness. Like people sometimes, like if they touch me, I want to be touched the perfect way for me, not too hard, not too smooth, just the right amount. The all the smells, like if I go in a perfume shop, I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. There's too much. I need like the light, the luminosity. I need everything to be perfect and optimized. It's not an OCD, but still, like I want it, it's not. I'm not obligated to, but I will acknowledge it, and I'm saying I'm not comfortable. It could be optimized, but I'm not OCD, so I'm not like, okay, I need absolutely it to be that perfect. But still, like it's really high, a high criteria for me. Afterwards, number 5, divergent and creative thinking, ability to generate original ideas, see multiple solutions, and make unusual connection. Number 6, strong memory, particularly for concept of interest, may include excellent long-term or associative memory. Talk to me about music. I know a lot of songs. My ex-boyfriend was telling me you're the karaoke. So strong memories. Number 7, advanced language skills, early or sophisticated vocabulary, nuanced expression, humor, wordplay, or metaphorical thinking. Number 8, intense focus on area of interest. Deep absorption or hyper focus when engaged in topics of passion may appear disengaged otherwise. I'm People sometimes think that I'm disengaged. I'm just like, no, it's boring right now. Like I can do I'm a multitasker in my head. So if it's not captivating me, I'm doing everything else before. I'm still hearing, but I'm not gonna put all myself into it. Number 9, asynchronous development. Cognitive development is often ahead of emotional, social, or motor development, creating inner tension. Like what is sometimes difficult is that the intelligence, the academic skills are very high, but the maturity is not. So, like while I was young, I was like, why are people are so slow? Like they're stupid. I was telling them that they were stupid, but now I'm just like, they are doing their own pace and I need to respect that. So with the maturity, I improved my speech for not being kind. And finally, 10, heightened sense of meaning and justice. Early concern for fairness, ethics, existential question, and a strong need for coherence and purpose. Like, while I was younger, I couldn't hear the news. Like, I was always very, very sad. The September 11th in 2020, in 2001, it was awful to me. I was crying and crying and crying. I was like, why in this world are we doing that to people? Why are we in this world are we doing that to human? And now what is happening in Gaza? I know I get to acknowledge some stuff, but I'm not into it because it's too much emotion for me. So yeah, so that are the 10 key points of giftedness. If it can helps your audience to get to know themselves.
Wow. Thank you for that,
You're welcome.
Christopher. I know you took notes and you have burning questions. I can see it.
I I start to understand the world of a gifted person in whatever field from the beginning. You know, when I usually say, you know, you're born, and then some people that you have never seen before, you've heard them, come out there and say, okay, your name is Karina, and they put a role onto you, a role box, and then you're surrounded with other people that you know have these expectations from you, and you try to live up to other people's expectations all the time. Um, and in I know many cases where the adult peers around these young people told them, "Oh, you better start studying this, or you better become a carpenter, or whatever, coiffeur, or whatever." All these professions that are not really you, because you think, "Oh, this
Mm-hmm.
is a good idea. I better listen to my father or my mother or whatever. I'm sure they know the best for me." And then 10 years or 20 years down the road, you see yourself not being happy at all because you suddenly realize this is not me. I've listened to some other person, and I could imagine that something similar um, needs not to happen to gifted people, because from what I hear, many gifted people are put away, boxed away. They're not listened to. They're not taken. They're not being taken seriously, and many both teachers and parents will rather not help them bloom because they think this might be too much of a hassle. What do
It's
these young people do?
it's very interesting actually. Uh you say it very well that a lot of people that are gifted are droppers. Like they are people that drop school because they feel that they are not
Hmm.
understood well. Like they because they are questioning all the time. They can be seen as anarchists, as
Oh,
anti-conform. I don't know if it's the good right in English, but anti-conformist.
Yeah,
So
sounds
correct.
good to
yeah,
me. Hmm.
so it's good. So yeah, so because they're questioning the authority, and
Mhm.
they are the underlying all the subtlety of incoherence, they can be hassle. like
Mhm.
they like they're getting on the nerve of the teacher. They are, when they are not optimized, when they are not channeled, when they are not focused, they can be like, what, before knowing that I was, they thought I had ADHD because I was speaking loud, I was all over the place. But once they channel me, once they optimize and they put me in my track, now I was doing amazing thing. But before that, before acknowledging that you are gifted instead of just being hyper active, it can be quite tricky. But what I want to say is that it is really, and my advocacy is, as I told you, my company is Let Kids Be Kids. Let kids be kids. I can say it even slower, but like, it's important to the fact that we it's really important that we need to let kids be kids, in the sense of uh, let them learn, let them fall, let them know their passion and what they want to do in life. Like, when I was a child, my grandmother Louise was like, what do you want? Do you want to play Lego? Do you want to learn Spanish? Do you want to read the dictionary? Do you want to know some cooking? And I was like, I want to know it all. So it was, yeah, this was me, Mrs. Know It All. Like,
Sounds like a Waldorf school.
but like, it's the motto. Like, let it's really interesting actually. I'm like, in my dream, I'm building my own school, okay? But saying it out loud in a podcast, so now I need to manifest it and I need to do it, okay?
Yeah,
So
go.
yeah, let's go.
Go for
So
it.
my own school, my own kindergarten. But like, what I'm really interested in is the Japanese way of education and all the Danish way of education. The fact that there's no grade before 8 up to 12 years old, because they are learning
Mhm.
empathy, respect, social skills, soft skills, like the things that we need to know to be kind person. Like, I want people to be kind before knowing how to read, okay? Because it will help everybody in life. There will be less wars, there will be less people that are there will be less fraud, because people, like, in Japan, there's way less criminality, because people are kind, people are respectful, people don't steal, people don't fight, they are good people. Like, this is what I want for all the um western side of the world, like the two third world, not the third world. So I want people to be happy, kind, respectful, and like being like a good person for the your neighbor, like that you can rely on. This is my goal in life, and that's what I'm starting to do with my school, my clinic, my home, my shelter. So it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it.
And we do too.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. We wish we could send our kids to that school,
Oh
right? All the
yeah.
kids,
Well,
everyone would benefit. Yeah, it's so beautiful what you're doing, this initiative, and you have very important core values, Karina, and you are embodying them, and you want to, yeah, have them manifest into some projects that will benefit the world. And we are full supporters of that.
yeah, but that's I'm expanding myself right now. So I'm talking to people from California. So it's good. So looking forward to what it will brings me. Like, actually, if there's people that are listening to that podcast, I'm open to collab. I'm open
Yeah,
to go elsewhere in the world to learn from the best, and
yeah.
doing not a field not a specific field. I want to expand to the world. Like, this is what I want. I want everybody to benefit from it, and which is good with AI and else, like if I'm doing online school, it can be translated in real time in every language in the world. So everybody can benefit. And this is my goal, like not my philosophy, but the philosophy of my business. Let's kid be kids. Let's put back the child, put back all the society in their way of thinking as a child, having a child's heart, being kind, being vulnerable, being always happy to learn some new skills, being fast learner, and like always being happy, like very resilient, because kids are so resilient. Like one day they're in their hospital bed thinking that he's gonna die, and 3 days later he's running in the hall and doing going kick have been kicked out of the hospital. So people, kids are so nice. That's why I'm a pediatrician, and I think that you can see that this is not only my work, this is my passion. Like I love life. I love actually I love life in life. Like I love animals. I love everything. So yeah, way too much love in that heart.
Never too much love. Karina, I love that you are illustrating how it's important to be a learner, because that's what life is about. And loving life means you're open to learning and you have studied the self. And that's also a very important principle for anyone listening to us today. How do we make the best out of our own skills and abilities? Is, yeah, self-study, knowing ourselves, which is what you've done. And you're inviting others by being involved in teaching to do that. You create those environments with the right ingredients to foster that learning, and that gives me
Totally,
a lot
like yeah, and what is really nice is that in I one of my became true this, and it will become true in end of January, because I'm hosting a retreat, a wellness retreat in Costa Rica, which I'm teaching some soft skills at people. Like my principal subject are how to being not cyber dependent, and to optimize our online presence to have what we want, and not being overwhelmed by all that connectivity. So this is the one of the things that, like, I'm inviting the girls, because it's a girls only a trip, but I'm inviting the girls to put their phone in airplane mode, and only take their phone as a picture taker, like photography, whatever.
just the
So
camera
just
function.
camera, yeah, camera, yeah. Sometimes my French glitch, but
No, no, you're doing great.
but yeah, just take their phone as camera and no connectivity, because they are there to help themselves. They paid a lot of money to be there, to be present, and be present. Don't be like always double focus all the time and being overwhelmed. So I'm inviting them. So I'm looking forward if they will embrace my demand. So no phone during the week, except for family reason, but still. So yeah, this is one of the topic. The other topic is all about the mental load. So all how to improve, like diminish the alleviate your mental load. So with being organized, being structured. So I'm teaching some soft skills. And at the end of the week, once I'll get to know them, because I'll be there 24/7, I'll be with my skills in giftedness. I will analyze every profile and tell them what I've learned from them, what I find that are their strength, and what I want to improve, and what I recommend, books, a subscription to some application like Structure or Strides or awake, stuff like that. And yeah, I read a lot of books because I'm not watching TV a lot, but yeah, I'm reading a lot of books, so I have a lot of books to recommend. And I'm at the retreat. I'm bringing a little bit of the best book that I read. So during the trip, they're gonna be able to be by the pool and reading my books. So it's gonna be nice. So one of my dreams became soon to become true. So I'm really glad. And this is the first retreat, but there will be four per year. So for now, it's girls only. But in May, it's gonna be for mother and daughter, and in November, it's gonna be for couple. So it's good.
Oh, wow.
I'm so
Interesting.
happy about my
Yeah.
project. You come? Will you join me?
Send us
Karina,
information. Mhm.
Karina,
Yeah.
I can imagine that having so many projects, having being so gifted, not only you, but all of the other persons out there that feel that they are gifted, that feel that they're they have so many things going on and are under such pressure, both from inside and outside. Um, it can be very important, or it is very important to actually know themselves better. And I really appreciate and love that you're helping them finding to themselves in a better and quicker way. And you mentioned Denmark earlier, and I live in Sweden, and Sweden is right now discussing that they want to put mental health into the school curriculum. Uh,
Totally.
and I love that idea because that's so important. And even if it's just basic, it's something that we all need to learn from a very early stage. Because when you're a kid, when you're um, a teenager, you have so many adult people around you that come with their adult thoughts, adult boxes, and put them onto you, and where's the idea of play? Where it's suddenly it's gone, and
Totally.
and when we are in the corporate world around adults and seniors and whatever, this idea of play as a problem solving mechanism, where is that gone? We're why can't we just sit down and just play with ideas like
Yeah,
we did
totally.
before? And
Uh-huh, just
it's
like good old days. Good
yeah.
old days. Yeah, like it's worth a thought actually. Like let's be kids. Like, and even when you're an adult and you face a problem,
Mm,
if there's you need to think about it. And sometimes you just need to go back to your roots, go back to your inner child. And what does that inner child wants in life? Like, what are its core value? And you need to refocus on that
mm,
because you want to still be that little child that is still amazed by life. So it's important to connect with it and don't try to put some stuff over it and don't recognize and don't connect with it because it's quite dangerous when you're an adult and you're not connecting anymore with your inner child. That's that time that you're like platonic, depressed, like totally out of life. And if you're not in the position of being a child, like being a happy learner, once, like in my opinion, once you are not learning anymore, you're ready to die.
mm.
Mm,
And even then,
very.
we will learn what comes after life, right?
Totally. Yeah, that's a quote actually. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, learning
Caroline.
keeps us alive.
Mm,
Yes,
Totally.
learning allows us to expand. And I like also, Karina, that you were so comprehensive about all the signs or manifestations that we see in people who have a very high intellectual potential. Because there was also, you mentioned earlier, the vulnerabilities. So it comes with high sensitivity, which is a gift in itself. But like anything else in life, it's often a two-edged sword. And we talked about that with Christopher, right, in previous podcasts, like highly sensitive individuals. So and it's a topic very dear to my heart. Also, the bullying, how these kids could be affected, but with their loneliness. So, have you witnessed that, like kids being targeted? Because you mentioned sometimes kids drop out of school because the school system is not ready to channel these kids' gifts and energies and ebullience, so to speak. So, the bullying is a very pervasive phenomenon still. So, do you see those kids being, or those people being, at risk of being the target of bullying or having other conditions like that or
To-
situations?
Totally. Actually, um, like kids are nice, but kids are authentic and kids are without filters. So people sometimes kids are mean, but they are not mean. They are not meant to be mean, but they are free of filters. So yeah, and especially when you're not when you're gifted, like between 130 and 160, but once you're over 160 of IQ, now there's the situation where you could be really, because in between one over 130 is 3% of the population. So in a school of 100%, there's still two other person are like you. So it's not too bad. But
Mhm.
once you're over 160, there's only 0.3% of people in life. So you might be the only one in your school. So you're not normal. You're a freaking weird brain. And sometimes that depends. Like if you are well focused and you have great surrounding people, you're great surrounded, and you have people that recognize and accept the fact that you are gifted with all the strength but all the flaws that are in your life. And sometimes if you have advanced academic skill but really bad emotional skills, it's not because you're gifted in academics that you cannot be an asshole. So, yeah, it's not because you're intelligent academically that you are not an asshole. So, and people sometimes they can be arrogant. They can be like, "Oh, I'm that intelligent and you're not." So, they are being jerk. So, they are not liked. Okay, so it's quite a hot, like it's really a balance to have in between, and people don't like to feel inferior. So if they are feeling inferior to you, whether they gonna shut up or they gonna like uh talk about you and finding your flaws and like underline and being centralized over your flaws. So it's quite interesting sometimes, all the social aspect of the fact that people with giftedness sometimes are feeling very lonely because they are weird brains, they are uh outside the box, but also the fact that yeah, it's they can feel, and I felt lonely. And to be honest, while I was in college, I was doing a lot of extreme sports like mountain biking, wakeboard, and snowboarding. And I wasn't afraid of anything because I was like, my brain is working so fast. Even if I have a concussion, maybe I'll become normal and I'll be better.
Oh, I see.
So,
What a
yeah.
poignant story. Yeah.
And I did 7 concussion. I'm still here.
Gosh, Simon, we do not prescribe that in this podcast.
No,
Your story is exceptional, but I get what you're saying. It makes sense.
not medical
No, well,
advice.
yeah, but obviously I have no sequels of it, but still. But which another interesting topic that I'm presenting next week is all about risky play. It's really
Mm.
interesting about the fact that we need. I'm just gonna register it for my like. What is really interesting is that I totally want kids to do some risky play. So I don't know if you get the memo, but like doing some stuff that are not dangerous but risky, that they might fall, they might broke their bones. But like in my opinion, if you have never broke any bones, you'd add a boring childhood.
That's a very interesting correlation. Wow, I love this topic, Karina. It will necessitate another podcast because it's about managing risk. I think
Totally.
people nowadays, a lot of people are afraid to take any risks, and I see that it
Totally.
prevents expansion of our beings, right?
But
So,
people are anxious, so yeah.
right, there's this anxiety that becomes paralyzing. So I think you're touching upon another great subject here.
Totally.
Yes.
So risky play is really it's really important to do. So like we need to let kids be kids. Once again, that's my
Right.
motto.
Yes,
Like
right.
let's go, let's jump, let's go climb on a tree, let's go doing some fishing by the river with being supervised by adult, but not
Yeah.
being maternalized and being like over supervised. Like let kids
Mhm.
be scared. Like, oh, I got scared. Let
Right.
kids be scared, because if you're never scared, when if you never experience scaredness during your childhood, once you're an adult and you're scared, you'll freak out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Very
true.
good point.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. You, Karina, you mentioned the ability to read your peers as a young person, and to be able to not be an a-hole, to not let other people feel inferior, and that's I hear a lot of empathy that is needed to be able to read the room, so to say. So, what would you? Are there any ideas that you can give out to other people that they can improve their kids being more empathetic and gifted?
That's really interesting question. Actually, empathy. I think that there's genetic and there's epigenetic. Okay,
Oh,
so people some that's and I'm gonna explain it. But what is really interesting, like if you think like really straightforward, there are people that totally lack empathy in
hmm,
life, genetically genetically speaking, psychopath.
Mhm.
Like
right.
they have no empathy. Even if we want to teach them empathy, it's impossible. It's a mental disease being psychopath. Okay.
Hmm,
So but still, like we still can learn empathy and to like proof are there, because in Japan, they are teaching empathy, like being like, okay, now how do you like you're doing that action, how do you think it impact on people? You can learn that your action have impact.
hmm,
You can learn that. So, and even with people from that are born with autism spectrum disease disorder, we can they can understand, internalize, intellectualize empathy. Like
Mhm.
even if they are not good with that social skills, they can still learn from it. So it's not because you're not that good that you cannot become a good empatheticer. Whatever.
empathetic
Empath,
person.
empathetic,
Empath,
yeah.
empath, whatever.
A person with empathy.
Right. An empath.
But still, like what like I think that once like the big picture and the core of the teaching empathy is that get to know that your action, your words have impact, and try to think about what could be the impact. There's multiple pr- object, multiple finality that okay, now I'm smiling to someone. What is the impact of it? People will find that I'm kind, people will smile back, or people will feel that it's inappropriate because they're not in the mood to smile, so they'll feel that I'm a psycho. But still, those are the three impact kind of.
Mhm.
So yeah, you can speculate about the impact, like what can be the impact. And if there's an impact that is not kind, that is mean, you say, okay, let's change my action then. Because the problem is not the person that is receiving and reacting to me. It's my action that is bad. Stealing, is it good? Like, what is the impact of stealing? Is it people will cry because they lost something that they love? People would don't care because they have a lot of stuff, or people will just be whatever. So, like, always think about the impact of your word, of your action on another person. And there's, I need to translate it in English, but your liberty ends at the beginning of the liberty of another. So, like, when there's some concept that you can integrate, that you can teach to people so they can understand. It's all about respect. It's all about being empathic. Like, there's some scientific concept that when you laugh, there's some video of it. Like, you're in the subway and one person start laughing, okay, and she's laughing so hard and people are looking at each other and like, what the hell, is he a psycho? But now, like, he's laughing, but like he's really looking at each other like and people start laughing, and at the end of the video everybody is laughing. This is empathy, because this is, you feel the feeling of another, and you get in the same room, you read the room. This is kindness. So, like, and if there's the fact that it's being, and there's a difference between empathy and sympathy also. Like, once I started my med school, I was way too sympathetic. Like, I felt for the person all the feelings. Like, while there was someone that lost a close one, I was crying as much as the other. But now I'm putting in the position of the professional as, okay, she lost her child. This is really, really sad, but I need to be there for her because she is sad. I am sad as well because I've been living in the world of that child for for amount of time. But, like, acknowledging the emotion of the other and feeling it a bit, but not as much as the person that is feeling it. So this is more empathy, that you protect yourself as well. You need to protect yourself, because if you're all over the place with all your sympathy, you'll die.
Yes. And many
It-
people suffer from giving away too much of their sympathy to others.
Totally.
Not
But people from, especially people that are gifted, hypersensitive people,
right. And
it's really, it's being I rather be hypersensitive than that psychopath. But still, like,
yes.
you need
It's
to
easier to, yeah, it's
gouge
easier to
it a
turn
bit.
the dial down. Sorry.
Yeah, totally.
It's easier to turn the dial down when you have too much empathy than
Uh-huh.
trying to create something that's not there
Totally.
even.
yeah.
Totally. It's easier to rebuild, reframe than trying to create something.
Right. You learn to modulate that basically. If you've
Totally.
learned that in your life, you created
But
great tools for yourself.
it's a life goal, actually, to learn the right amount. And it's dynamic, because in some situation you can be sympathetic and it's not gonna burn your all your energy. And either way, like, there's other situation that you need to almost lack of empathy, because you need to protect yourself. But still, it's really dynamic. It's social skill, and it's emotional intelligence as well.
On a
And
side note,
a really great book is the book from Susan David, Emotional Agility. Really great book.
Oh, okay. I'll write it down. Thank you for the
Yeah, you're
recommendation.
welcome.
on a side note, I can, from my own studies, recommend the philosophy of the Stoics to differentiate between my world, my emotional world, and other people's emotional world, and to draw a line there.
Sorry.
I swear, bless you. I have empathy for you. Are you
Yeah.
Yes. But don't get sick now. Don't catch a cold, Caroline.
No, I'll try my best.
okay? Yeah, so you were talking, Christopher, about the
Yeah,
Stoics.
that was just a side note. So
Yeah.
we can go
Very
on.
interesting. But I'm sure that we're gonna continue this conversation on another topic because I truly enjoy my time right now. So I'm really grateful for you to have me today.
We
Yeah,
are
and we
so
are.
grateful. Yes. Oh my gosh, we could listen to you the whole day. I could
Mhm.
for sure, Karina, Dr. Poliquin. So refreshing.
Right.
And yeah, Christopher.
I I I wonder all the time actually, when do you rest? When do you find time to refill your batteries? Is there any such time in your life?
Actually, as you know, at the beginning of the podcast, I told you that it's September. I was in the south of France with Caroline. So I refreshed myself and I relaxed it down there. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm no actually I have 10 weeks of vacation every year.
Hmm.
And I'm always doing it almost off on airplane mode. So yeah,
Right.
I have 10 weeks per year of airplane mode. So
That's so
yeah,
cool.
this is what I do, and every Sunday is actually a blessing for me because I'm relaxing. I'm with my family. I have family time on Sunday.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm working. Actually, I'm always working. Okay, during the week, I'm always working, always networking on social media as well on Instagram because I'm building my community. But
Hmm.
am I working? Totally not. I'm doing living my passion. Okay. And I really hope for the audience right now that you will find your ex, that you will find something that make you think that you are not working.
Exactly.
Because yeah,
Mm,
I'm really we call it ikigai in
Hmm.
Japanese. So
mhm.
it's all about being in symbiosis in between your work, your family, and social, and your everything. Like I'm truly on my ikigai right now,
Hmm.
and like my passions, my family, my work, everything is connected and aligned. And this is what you learn in the book Emotional Agility from Susan David as well, is that it's all about being aligned with your values and always questioning your values as well. So
Hmm.
you're just like, okay, my value is to be authentic. Am I authentic? On social media, I'm telling people to relax, to chill out, to be organized, to be structured. Am I? If I'm not authentic. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff and I'm testing a lot of stuff because I want to improve myself. And
Mm.
yeah, I think that I've learned a lot from being different. I read a lot of developmental skills on personal growth. So I listened a lot of podcasts, read a lot of books. I did the freaking work. And if you're just like, oh, I want to be like her, do the work. Like try to be in my shoes for a day. It's pretty exhausting.
No doubt.
But I'm used
That
to
is
it.
so inspiring, though. Yes.
I
Yes.
suddenly
What were you?
feel
Yeah.
I suddenly feel as such a good dad because we actually speak a lot. We talk a lot about the kids and I about finding your profession that doesn't feel like work, that like find something that you love to do and that people love to pay you for.
Totally. And what is really interesting about that is that in school, they don't let you focus on your passion.
Hmm.
The more we know, the more we do, but still you need to learn French, you need to learn math, you need to learn history. but Dad, I don't like history. Yeah, but you need to do so. But like, I think that it's important to know a little bit of everything. But like, what I find interesting in school right now, it's all about the concentration, like the orientation, like being in sports, being in gymnastic, being in robotic, say something like that. That you can people that are have an interest in something that they can um, being an expert in it, because we need expert in life to change the world.
Yes, you really do.
It's important to be balanced in emotional skills, but like, I love weird brains. I'm a pediatrician, so I'm working with children that are weird, right? I love weird. I love weirdness, because weird is where the magic happens. Get out
Exactly.
of your comfort zone. That's where the magic happens. And this is where I want to bring everybody up in the magical world, my Karina world.
We love being part of this world. Thank you for letting us in today. It's
Yes,
Thanks.
really.
oh my gosh,
And I'd love
But
wonderful.
to had let your last words be the
Yeah.
closing words to this episode, because they are so wow, they have this wow effect, and I'm very grateful to have had you here today and learn to know you.
Me
thanks.
too.
It was really a pleasure, and looking forward to talk you back soon.
Thank
Yes,
you,
we will.
Karina. What a
Thank you.
great gift you
Yes.
are.
A gift.
Thank yes. Merci.
Thanks
Merci.
everyone
For
for
joining
joining
us.
us today, and let us know what you if you have any thoughts.
Yeah.
Don't forget to write them down in the comments.
Yes, and I'm gonna plug my Instagram. Actually, it's Dr. Dr. dot Karina, Karina Poliquin, Poliquin dot pediatre, Pediatre, and that's it. Dr. Karina Poliquin, pediatre. It's in French though, but now I'm launching a English platform soonish. Looking forward to it.
Yes, thank you so much for adding that. I completely missed that
You're
now. Thank you.
no worries. I'm used to it.
Okay,
Thank
wonderful.
you. Thank you so much,
Thanks
Karina. It was
again.
great to discover another great side of you today. I love learning about you, and I
Oh
love
yeah.
what you
Thanks a
do.
lot, Caroline.
Hey,
Pleasure
Thank
is
you.
shared totally.
do you see the sun shining on her, Colleen?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
sunshine is
brought the
there.
light into it. This is great. What
Wonderful.
beautiful.
Yeah, the
Thank
light in
you.
my home is such a blessing. Yeah.
Bye bye,
Yes, you're
everyone.
the light. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us.